Loka samasta Suki no bhavantu. Loka samasta Suki no bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Loka samasta Suki no bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Loka samasta Suki no bhavantu. Loka samasta Suki no bhavantu. As it stated, may all beings everywhere be happy and free. And it goes further by saying, may my own actions contribute to that freedom and that happiness for everybody. Welcome, Cynthia and Steve, Ibu Beauty, Steve Health Coach. Thank you so much for being here. I sang that song because we are in such trying times right now. It is such a crazy, 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 crazy world. And this thing in Israel, I just wanted to pause for a moment, is just unbelievable. And I have family, I have friends in Israel. So this personally has impacted me on more of a cellular level. So anyway, sage, clear the energy out of your heart and your mind. I started saging with the full moon in Aries 2 weeks ago because it is time to just keep our minds and our heart clear. There's a lot of fear circulating, a lot of uncertainty. We're finally at the end of this 2017. And 2017 it's zoomed by on one hand, but on the other hand, I don't know about you, but it feels like there's been a lot of waiting as well. It's like, hurry up to wait. So it's forcing us. I know why it's here. I know what the energy of the 7 does. I know that it's forcing us to take more time in, but watching friends and, people I don't even know go through crazy things really has impacted my heart. The other thing I started doing during the full moon in Aries was taking Fearless, the flower apothecary remedy, the flower essence. And these are psychologists created. Nadia, this is her heart and soul. She's created these products and they work. Part of me is like, some people say maybe they're a placebo, but they actually work. And because the thing is, placebos work. The information about placebos and their powerful effect is undisputed. But she pours her heart and soul into these remedies. They're locally made. And I love them. So what I've added, because of so much that's going on in the world, I'm adding sacred rose this week. Rose essence, rose flower. And I know that Ibu Beauty, you guys use rose in your products, which is what I love so much. Rose is powerful. It connects with the heart center. The heart is the gateway. It's the bridge of the energetic body. And when something happens, tragedy happens to people that we love and care about, it really shuts down the bridge so that information is not able to flow freely. Energy gets suspended, so to speak. So these formulations help, with balance, with peace, with quiet. So I'm adding it to my, the Fearless. So go to the Flower Apothecary. Oh my God, truly. We're always looking for tools. Incredible. You're welcome, Steve. And I love Ibu Beauty. The products are amazing. So let's get into this. The reason we're here is to talk about this new moon in Libra. Libra is all about heart and soul because it's about justice, fairness, equity, balance, creating that. Did you guys know that it's Energy Awareness Month? It started in 2022, and me, the person who loves energy, and the word energy is everything that I live and die for. I didn't know. But it has to do with the power plant and things and their integrity around really honoring how we're using energy and sustaining it on the planet. So that brings me to Coldplay. I got to go to the Coldplay concert October, was it 1st or 2nd here in Los Angeles at the Rose Bowl. And Chris Martin is such an environmentalist. It was a beautiful, I don't know if you had a chance to make it to it. It was phenomenal. I don't want to give it away if you're in some city that you haven't seen it, but unbelievable. But just know his heart and soul is connected, and not only changing the planet and helping us create and treat a better planet for all animals, all people, but he is so committed to the human experience and human beings. One of the things he did during the concert, he's like, everyone please put away your phones. I appreciate you wanting to post this on YouTube and all that. He goes, can we just be together? Can we just have a moment where we're not using technology to interface for us? So he went through an entire song and we just sat with each other, everyone around it. It was so beautiful. And then, of course, naturally I had to look up what zodiac sign he is. I can't believe I didn't know, because I've been following Coldplay for 20 years. He is Pisces. So Pisces, he's the quintessential Pisces because they're wise. He uses his intuitive faculties perfectly all the time. He's always coming from his gut and his heart and his third eye. And I know that's what's led to his success, because he's so open, so real, and receptive to everything and everyone. And so then I loved Gwyneth Paltrow, and he was with Gwyneth Paltrow. I love when they were together. I was kind of heartbroken when they broke up, but I get it. Gwyneth, though, is a Libra. And I said, that makes sense. So that her intelligence and, her interest in fighting equity and balance is probably what drew them together. So let's get into this. The scales of justice. Libra is represented by the 2 scales. And when I thought about it, I realized I had an error in thinking about balance, about scales. When the scales, we want scales to be balanced. When they are balanced, it's like a moment in time. When you purchase something and they weigh it by pound, you want that to be balanced, but truly that's just a moment in time. So justice, freedom is what Libra's all about. My son Aiden celebrated his birthday yesterday. Like I said before, he's the quintessential Libran. And I'm wearing a bracelet that says, enjoy the journey. This is from him and my other son. And it's so true. We always have to keep bringing ourselves back that life is a journey. And it's going to include twists and turns, ups and downs. Sometimes it seems like the switchbacks are never going to end. So the energy of number 7 has forced us to be more disciplined and more diligent. Have you realized, have you had to dig really, really deep in order to, survive, as the words say, to make it through? Have you had to really dig deep? So you had to be diligent to just survive. And survival is okay. Sometimes we hear words, we think like, oh my God. But the reason we're here is because our ancestors survived, okay? So 10/14 on Saturday in a few days, this new moon in Libra is coming in. But what makes this new moon so special and powerful is that we have a solar eclipse partnering with it. So we got Libra sun, Libra moon, and the eclipse in Libra. So at 10:55 Pacific Standard Time, the new moon comes in on the 14th, so in the morning, mid-morning, 1:55 Eastern Standard Time. But what is that? 4 hours prior, the solar eclipse comes in at 2:57 a.m. I'm thinking about setting my clock and trying to see if I can either see it in the sky or go online and kind of see it. Kind of powerful. So eclipses, we're going into eclipse season, and so what's happening is October is going to actually have not only 1 eclipse, but 2 eclipses, okay? Yoga Journal says most eclipse seasons will bring us information, but we need time to process that information. That's the trouble with life today. We're moving so fast, it seems like we never can get a moment to process information. Eclipses are known to bring miracles, spontaneous shifts that change the entire trajectory of our lives. So if, like me, you've been waiting on a miracle or several miracles, they are coming. And it's funny, our words are powerful. When we say something, we cast spells with our words. That's why they call it spelling, spelling. But I've been saying, I want a miracle. I want miracles with the plural. And gosh darn it, I've had two. Maybe I'll talk about that in another time. But yes, just owning empowerment. And I believed in it. Like I'm believing one day I'm going to see a fairy. Anyway, this eclipse season will evolve over the next 6 months as you make your way to the next eclipse season. Growth can take time. That's a tough one for me. I'm not patient. Hey, my cousin, my beautiful cousin from the Cake Factory, Atlanta. Oh my God, her cakes are phenomenal. I am so proud of you. I watched Kenya evolve her business. I'm blown away. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But it gives yourself the time. We never get the time to fully integrate. Integration is so important in life. Eclipses also highlight our comfort zones and any stagnant energy that you need to break through to reach your potential. This is why eclipses can feel intense and overwhelming. The eclipse is an opportunity for you to be the person that you say you are. It's about having the courage to stand in your truth and defend your priorities. It's about putting yourself first, because you know that when you do that, everyone around you benefits. As Dr. Phil says, we teach people how to treat us. This thought came from Jill Winterstein. It was an article in Yoga Journal. All right, so since it's Libra season, don't forget that if you want to find out how this impact of this new moon in Libra and this solar eclipse will affect your astrological sign, please go to Astrodology. Astrodology, I have a podcast. Well, it's a solo cast, but I break down tools and things. I give you words of wisdom that will help you during this time. So since it's Libra season, it's all about Libra as our librarians. Here's the topic. This topic comes from Pop Sugar, and I thought they so eloquently gave us information. To say that you're changing is a huge understatement, Libra. This lunation is a recap of the hard-hitting lessons you've endured this year, and practice is finally applying them towards your best self. This is a great moment to celebrate the victories and the shortcomings alike that have helped you gain the balance that you are constantly seeking. It's more than okay to feel lost. The secret to having it all is realizing what you already have. Let yourself thrive in the uncertainty of your constantly evolving identity, and embrace the notion that peace thrives in growth and the same way that it exists with stillness. So we all have Libra somewhere in our chart. If your sun, moon, or rising are in Libra, you'll be more impacted, but we have Libra. So this message is for everybody about celebrating the victories that we do have and being grateful for what we already have. So this energy, this new moon is coming in at 21 degrees. 21 reduces to a 3. 3 is the number of the creation. So is the date. So this is a powerful time to think about creating, giving birth to your dreams, pleasure, joy. So eclipse season brings major, strong, powerful energy, and they always occur during a new moon. And literally, they're just more intense versions of the new moon, which I think is great. We get more intensified energy. New moons always trigger a fresh start. So if nothing else, if things didn't work out, you didn't follow your regime, you didn't stay on track in September, every month we get a fresh opportunity to begin again. But we have 2 eclipses this month. So like I said, one is in Libra, and the solar eclipse is at 21 degrees, which reduces to a 3. So we got this powerful energy all around us. We are in the 21st century, which is a 3. So this is a time, I don't know if you see it, a lot of people are taking on entrepreneurships. I will tell you, As an entrepreneur, it is not for the faint of heart, but it is an exciting time when you work for yourself and you get to create. I'm still suffering from realizing like, I don't have to get approval from anyone. I don't have to care if anyone likes it or not. It's all about me. So I think because we're in this 21st century, we're going to continue to see people doing their own thing. Okay. 21 is also the number of truth. And this is something that irritates and annoys Librans. When they feel that they're being lied to, they can feel when the truth is not present. The air element governs the mind. So Libra is a cardinal air sign. So this is what makes Librans very smart, just like their counterparts, Aquarius and Gemini. The ruler of Libra is Venus, and Venus is right now opposite Saturn. You know, so Venus and Saturn have this relationship, so to speak, but it's creating an opposition. But this opposition brings balance because they represent polarities. Nature is always in a flux. You know, there's day, night, up, down, black, white. So this opposition is polarizing because it's trying to help us polarize things that need it. Pluto moved direct, and you know, we've had so many planets in retrograde, but Pluto moved direct after it was retrograde on 10/10. So 10/10 was a powerful gateway. Pluto retrograde made us, so during a retrograde things move backwards, but Pluto retrograde made us have to deal with things more internally, be aware internally. But now that Pluto is direct, it's allowing us to see all the stuff externally, if that makes sense. So this Pluto-Mars square is creating tension. And I like to call it healthy tension because, again, all tension is not bad. You know, as I'm teaching yoga, reminding students that when you're tight in a limb or muscle in an area, it's actually a form of protection. You know, your body will open when the body opens. So tension comes forth to set us on a path to change and to empower us towards that change. But this Mars and Saturn trine, it's not all sour grapes because, again, everything has two sides. This trine can bring fortune, good luck, and it brings great timing. Think new chapter, think new cycle as we enter this new quarter and as we look towards a new year ahead. Crazy. I put this down. I don't think I can say the full word, but you know, because Libra is so much about equity and balance and justice and getting to the truth, they make very damn good attorneys. Libra literally can do whatever they want because they're so talented. But Gary V, as in Gary Vaynerchuk, I started following him because of this statement. He said, you gotta suffocate the BS. You gotta suffocate the. And I love that term. I love that term. So anyway, it reminds me of Libra. So balancing the air sign of Libra. Libra rules relationships, especially if you're in business. Think about all your partners, your vendors, your customers, and how you can strengthen those relationships. Equity, balance, harmony, justice, and beauty. Oh my God. Think about every Libra person that you know. Looking good and feeling good. Again, there's that balance. Libras not only want to look good, they want to feel good. And again, to brag about my son Aiden, he is the quintessential vegan, plant-based human being. He loves the earth, he loves animals, he loves the planet. But veganism led him down a journey to feel better. He's interested in health and wellness. But boy, oh boy, does he look great on the outside. So cute. He was buying a new suit. Sorry, Aiden, I'm putting you on blast. But he was buying a new suit with Amanda, his beautiful girlfriend. She's an air sign too. She's Aquarius. And they FaceTime me so that I could have input on which one he should choose. Lights out. Anyway, I digress, but beauty in nature, beauty in our homes, our hearts, our minds is what Libra wants us to bring. Think romance, think diplomacy. So again, this truly is an opportunity for blessings. If you look back over 2023 and there was something you felt like you missed out on, like, gosh darn it, it didn't happen. My Irish friend Louise McGrogan always said, your miss is your mercy. Your miss is your mercy. You know, sometimes mistakes make us better in the long run. And this is, I'll admit, it's a hard one for me to hold on to, that the universe is always working out and looking out for us. You know what? Sometimes it just doesn't feel like that. It just doesn't feel like, sometimes life just sucks, you know? New moons give us a clean slate, a fresh start. It signals a time to take care of ourselves and striking a harmonious balance. So Libra is here to help us do that. The issue is our brains are always slow to see the progress we have made. Now, if you're like me, I do something called pages and I journal. So I have documentation of what I've done. And one of my coaching clients, in going into this new quarter, she went back to her pages because it's part of the requirement. It's not a mandate, but my coaching clients, they do pages. And she was floored when she looked back to last quarter, 2022, where her mind and where her heart was and what was going on, because she had documented it. And so this gave her fuel and inspiration, like, wow, I'm not so bad after all. She'd been beating herself up, but when she looked back and reflected back, she was able to see, wow, how far I've come. Oftentimes others see it first. Have you been in this position where someone says, oh, it's working out, trust the process, have faith, keep praying, God is hearing you, and it's like you're just not feeling it, but somehow, some way in your energy field they can see it. So we have to trust that we deserve the best, and the best opportunities are always just around the corner for us. What else? This is a time to ask, where do you feel unstable? The good news is we're not usually unstable in all areas of our lives. Right now, I'm being a little challenged. The key areas of my life are uprooted right now, but that's not a bad thing, because there is a reason for the season. So they say things come in seasons. Where are you experiencing lack or excess? Again, we're talking about balancing out the energy. Libras are also about romance, so your intimate relationships will be at the forefront during this time, during this lunation. The new moon is an opportunity to investigate your romantic relationship or your ideas about romance and relationships, and decide whether this partnership is pushing you in the direction you want to be in, or if it's holding you back from your true potential. Just a question. While taking inventory of the state of your relationship, it may feel intense, but Libra's balanced energy can help you weigh literally the pros and cons, both sides of the coin, both of the situation and relationship, so that you can make diplomatic decisions and move forward with balance and grace. Okay. Where's my energy update? It's here. I love this thought. This thought comes from Girl Boss. While Libra energy sometimes gets a romantic rep as all rose petals and perfectly calibrated togetherness, in its fiercest expression, these are cardinal air vibes that cut through the BS to see both the clear eyes and full hearts. Libra's greatest growing edge is to learn that balance is a dynamic act that sometimes necessitates sampling extremities. And that is our aspirations, that they must meet the world as it is and other people as they are in all of their messy humanness. Libras are very guilty of saying, I don't get it. Why don't they understand it? What's the problem? You don't see that? You can't see that? I don't understand why they don't understand. That is classic Libra. Just because they're so quick-witted and so fast, sometimes they can be very, very impatient and judgmental of others. But Libra is also the peacekeeper. They've got a heart of gold. Libras will help you to the nth degree to get you to where you need to be, and support. Libra is the peacekeeper and the social light of the zodiac. The Libra's new moon energy, its low energy, reminds us that to balance our lives, we might need new routines to increase our inner peace and our rituals. Just like I suggested, You know, trying the flower apothecary, trying something different to shake up or mix up or to support you on your path. So, Libra, 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 thank you so much. It's about breath. It's about energy. So this is a great time. What's a good thing to do during this time? Before we talk about that, let me talk about the energy update. So on 10/8, 10/8, Venus went direct. Finally. 10/10, Pluto went direct from Capricorn. 10/14, this new moon is coming in. 10/14, we have the solar eclipse. And 10/28, we have the lunar eclipse. So hang on. What to do? This is a good time to kind of take a cosmic pause a little bit and allow energy to come into you. Allow energy to come to you. It's a time to revisit Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. Just sit with things. Sometimes don't always make a decision. Just let things come at you and take a moment to sit with them for a moment. So that's talking about practicing the law of allowance. Start a new relationship, improve all relationships, deepen an existing love relationship, become a good listener, move from a centered, calm place, like I said before, taking actions. And one of the things I've been doing more and more to slow my ass down is just put my hand to my heart, because I already know that the heart has a brain. The brain is not just in our head. So I've been slowing myself down and putting my hand to my heart to ask what it is that I need and what I need next. Take time maybe to really get back into or learn a breath practice. Again, Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra solar eclipse. Need I say more? Air. The heart is governed by the heart, and there is resonance. I leave you with this last thought. And this thought comes from Rachel Leah Gershon. Libra is the sign of balance, but it is important to recognize that balance only exists when we can recognize the polarities that create the middle. So in the scale, even in the scale, there is that stand in the middle of the scale, keeping it in check, right? A middle cannot be found if there are not extremes on either side of it. There cannot be a center if there is not an above and below, a black and a white, a within and without, a right and a left. So when we are working with Libra, we are essentially tipping the scales in our lives to feel what it's like to be unbalanced towards one extreme or the other until we slowly, eventually find things out for ourselves. So no one can tell us what our balance point is. Half the time we don't know because the world pulls on us, but that is the world's job to do. It is the world's job to pull us and bring us off center. And my new mantra, my new rant is, but our issue is staying in that place. So it's about gathering back in your energy. It's about using this fresh, new energy of the new moon, the solar eclipse. It's about taking advantage of this powerful potential time. 10/14, 21 degrees. Number 3 reduces the number of creation, justice, fairness, diplomacy. Please keep Israel in your prayers. Our schools, so needed. As I opened up with, I'll close with, Loka Samasta Suki no Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may my actions contribute to that freedom and that happiness for others. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Happy new moon in Libra. Namaste.